Shout out to the creator. I think her name is Messi. I have subscribed to her channel, Messi Michon. Shout out to her. Thanks for that, for making a reaction on my video. I could hear her say allegedly many times. When you're a public figure, it's very hard to win a defamation case. Okay, but that is why I don't say that, and I also say could. So I'm not directly saying that you are the person that has done something. I'm just saying that the Brazilians are monitoring. So they're looking at something, right? It doesn't mean that they're going to bring charges, but they're looking at something. BMT, this guy.
What's good, family? We out here. The black men give up on the American dream. But then you got to ask yourself, like, was the black man ever supposed to obtain the American dream? Now we have to define what is the American dream, right? American dream, go to college, get a job, get married, in that order most of the time. Get married, you have 2.3 kids, and then you live your life, and that's it. No gracias, senor. No gracias. Now it comes to the relationships that we have in America. Are men happy? Are you going to be happy being in a relationship, right? A true defined relationship. One woman, you know, you try your best not to cheat. You come home every day. You take care of your kids. For black men, because of our particular situation with the downfall of the black home, the downfall of the black community, most of us coming from broken homes, most of us been raised by single parents. It's really an issue because I'm not gonna put it all on the women, guys, but it's difficult. It's very difficult because the roles, the genders have been really crossed up, and it's very difficult for a woman to really be led by you in most cases, in most scenarios.
Okay,
we did the whole thing.
Hold on, we have a random question right here. It says, what they booty sitting on? This is a random question. I don't know who asked that, but it's been a lot of talk in the group about Asian women, and you know, brothers, we like our woman with a little ass, look, you know, a little bump on them, you know, something well proportioned to their body, as Andre 3000 would say. Yeah. So, is the Filipino? I know there are more of a darker melanated Asian. Do you got some thick ones out there that brothers should be knowing about?
Oh yeah, man. You have that.
That's like a lot of it's a lot of them, or it's just, you know,
a lot of them, man.
Hold up. So a lot of Filipino women got some booty on.
Oh, they got body over there, man. just like that video you posted in the group of that Thai woman.
Yeah,
man, I couldn't believe that. I was like, yeah, they got that over there too. Mm-hmm. Just like in them other Asian countries, and you know, just like in DR with whatnot, man. They deep down there, man. Yeah.
You know, like it is. I follow one Filipino woman on Facebook who's invited me a couple times out there. I think she is in Angeles City, and she built like a sister, bro. I mean, she's fine as hell, and she really looks black. Of course, she's Filipino. Yeah. You know, she looks like a light-skinned black girl, basically. Ass, everything.
I'll tell you what, man. You have anything you see here in the DR, it's more than likely it's going to be in the Philippines, over anywhere in Asia. You definitely have every shade of woman over there, from very dark. I'm talking about like with the afro and everything, man. Afro and everything. Got hips, got this, that, and the third. They got it all over there. So so if you go over there, you ask somebody, they'll tell you where to find it.
See, I hate to waste my time on losers. When I was in school in Ghana, we used to call people like this class prefects. So the Africans in the chat, you guys probably know, the Caribbean guys, you probably have the same British system where in every classroom, there's one guy that you assign as your prefect, like your leader. And they're usually just loudmouths. They're not like the most educated in your class, but they will be the guys that like that like will raise their hands to answer every question, and then they'll bomb the test. Like they won't do well on the test. We used to call people like that class prefects. The BMT is the Passport Bros class prefect. They've pedestalized him. They've made him look like a star. You know, to them, he's a superstar. He's untouchable. I'm like, bro. You are about to face something you've never faced before, okay? And if you're wondering why I don't usually say allegedly or I don't say fair use and stuff like that, fair use is fair use. You don't need to proclaim it's fair use to use it. And when they send a claim to YouTube, YouTube is just going to ask you to counter that claim. So I've never had an issue with fair use. Every fair use challenge that I've had, I've been able to get it back. Like I've got that monetization almost instantly. So I'm not worried. But this guy came in our chats, super sensitive, feminine, like just feminine, just talking up. And he's done a video today talking about how, he's blaming race. He's blaming the white man for this shit. He's blaming people that are jealous of black men traveling. Guys, there's a lot of black people in Brazil that have traveled to Brazil that are living a fabulous life. I know a lot of them in Colombia that are thriving and contributing to the society and learning the culture and have married or are dating and they are not buying box. The distinction is the guys that are traveling to buy box. I'm not hating on anybody that goes abroad to seek a decent relationship and respects the culture of the people. I mean, it's a global village. I'm a foreigner in the US. Why would I hate somebody going somewhere else? I'm only speaking up because of exploitation, which these BMTs created an environment for this thing to be possible. So this is some of the comments that he's left on my thing today. I'll blow it up so you can see it. Okay. He comes up and he says, well, calling someone a criminal without proof. Nobody called anybody a criminal. The Brazilians called you a criminal. I didn't call you a criminal. The Brazilians did. The Brazilians say the Passport Bro organization is a criminal ring. I'm just repeating what the Brazilians are saying. And then you're wondering why you are in my thumbnail. You're in my thumbnail because your YouTube name says @Passport Bros. You claim to be the leader of them. I've seen he's done another video today saying that he's not the leader. Of course you are. You're just trying to run away from responsibility. You created a platform and an application for these men, hypersexualized men, to travel the globe and engage in sexual activity. Of course, you cannot police everything that everybody does in their bedrooms. This is why you don't build organizations like that. When you build organizations that attract either drug use, sex, you will find people that come in there and like do horrible things. And you make it seem like this is a target of black people. Nobody is targeting black people. Quit complaining. Even when you're doing things wrong, why are you complaining? Look within yourself and say, how can we get better? Because the way y'all are moving, yes, I said it. A lot of you are going to go to jail. So he goes on a long-winded thing. And in this video today, he's talking about, oh, we're going to sue you for defamation. Man, let me tell you something, bro. I'm not trying to brag here. I'm married to an attorney. My wife is a lawyer. She's a civil litigation attorney. Because she is a lawyer, I am surrounded by a bunch of lawyers. She went to law school with people here in the Dallas area. We go to their children's birthday parties. Dollar for dollar, I will outspend you in the court system, but then I'll still get a discount, dummy. If this is not a case she's willing to handle, her friends will give me a cut. They'll give me a discount. Well, and since you don't know, it costs about $300 an hour to hire an attorney. And most attorneys are going to look at this case and say, nah, it's not going to go anywhere. And I tell you why. And he says he's going to sue me for defamation. I said, okay, good. I like that. So I put together a few things and I'm going to read it. Okay? Defamation cases are hard to win because the law is deliberately designed to protect free speech, especially speech about public issues and public figures. See, what BMT is trying to do here is he's trying to silence me. He's trying to be a class prefect that leads a bunch of degenerates. And I'm telling him, dude, you're not a big boy, man. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to swear today. It's Monday. Sit on the sidelines. This case is bigger than you. And if you're wondering why I'm hitting these guys hard, I'm hitting them hard because I warned them 3 months ago. I was nice to them. I warned them. I said, you got to clean this stuff up. and they called me a hater. So when I get them, I haven't talked about them in 2 months. My content has been about Tariq Nasheed. I haven't been talking about this dude for 2 months because you're not that relevant. I don't even get enough views when I talk about you guys. My Somali videos get better views than your shit. But I'm gonna hit you guys all of the rest of this month, all of next month, till a lot of them learn some fucking sense. I'm gonna force you to change. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna force you guys to change. So this is the nonsense this BMT guy sent me. And I said, well, you can't do a defamation on this one. The U.S. Constitution strongly favors free speech. Everybody knows this. Open debate is essential to democracy. Errors are inevitable in public discussion. I've made no errors. Everything that I put there is deliberate. Punishing speech too easily would silence critics and whistleblowers. That is exactly what they're trying to do. He is trying to silence his critic. And you're not going to silence me. Like, if there's one thing that you're not going to do to me, it's to silence me. You cannot do it, bro. You want a piece of that O'Shea Duke Jackson treatment? You're about to get it, bro. You know, we're going to give O'Shea a break for about a month. This guy wants some of that O'Shea treatment. He's going to be a headline. He's going to be in the thumbnails, okay? Because that's what he wants. He wants that attention. I'll give it to him. And to his group of sick men, he's a star. To me, no, you're not. You're not a star, bro. For me, you're a bomb. Like, I don't respect you. You're not. I can't even hold a debate with you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't respect you. You haven't done the work enough for me to respect you. So you can do that to that little group of yours. Nana is not going to take that bullshit. It's all I'm saying. Okay? Now, here's a catch. So I'm giving him some legal education ahead of his stupid-ass lawsuit. You must prove the statement was false. There is no statement here. He's looking at images. So that's already not the case. And then truth is an absolute defense to defamation. What does that mean? It means the plaintiff, BMT, must show the statement is false. Me, Nana, the defendant, does not have to prove it's true. I don't have to prove it's true. This is why defamation cases are one of the hardest cases to win. The third step, opinions are protected. Defamation applies only to statements of facts. He's talking about an image, a thumbnail. Statements of facts, not opinions. So here's an example. If I say he's corrupt, that's often an opinion, like saying Nancy Pelosi is corrupt. That's an opinion. But if I say he stole $50,000 on June 3rd, then that's a factual claim. And this does not apply. Under what I've just told you, most online commentary, podcasts, live streams, and editorials fall under opinion protection. Public figures face an almost impossible standard. And what is a public figure in today's world? If the plaintiff is a public figure, so a politician, a celebrity, an influencer, which BMT is, a large YouTuber, oh, not really large, but up there somewhere, they must prove actual malice. This is from the case, the New York Times vs. Sullivan. He cannot, like, guys, I'm saying this to give my subscribers some comfort. Because sometimes people will panic on my behalf. I'm not panicked, bro. I'm gonna be a pain in the ass because I know what I have. I know what I've built around me. The only thing they can do is violence. That's it. But when it comes to the court systems, they got nothing, bro. And I would deliberately drag them along so that it costs them money. That's the end game. Like, I will beat you at the media game on YouTube, and then I'll beat you at the financial game because I'm just gonna drain your resources, dummy. I gave you one advice and one advice only. Stay away from this fight. It's not yours, man. This is a big deal. But if you want to be assigned to it, I'll give you some, okay? Holla out, brother O'Shea. He'll tell you. If you're on my radar, you're in big, big trouble. Small channel, big impact. So since you want me to be talking about you, okay, you're going to be the subject. You're going to be popular. So again, every step that I've read, He's got no case. He's got nothing. So that time there was, if he's got my email, if he sent me an email when he saw this and he didn't like it and says, Nana, I don't like this thing that you posted. Can you please take it down? I would have taken it down, guys. I would have. I'm not a horrible person at all. I would have taken it down. He's got my email, guys. Like I was scheduled to do a live stream with him, like an interview with him. So he has a back channel to me. He can communicate with me. But that's not what he wants to do. Class Prefect wants to go on YouTube on my page to show to the world that he's a tough guy. No, you're not a tough guy, dude. I've seen you. You're not a tough person at all. And if these are the lengths, like to even do a studio video with editors and all that stuff in support of what is going on, tells me you're sick. You need some help, bro. You really do need some help. You need some coaching. You need some help. I'll provide it to you for free. After I beat you in court, I'll give you a bonus by teaching you how to live right and how to win yourself of this stupid ideology that you've influenced a whole bunch of men. You guys influenced Floyd. That dude had no business traveling. Where was he going to get the money from to travel? If he never heard about the Passport Bros and Austin Holloman and how to make money on YouTube to fund those trips, Floyd would have been doing that business with American children. And not that I support it, but at least in the US, they catch them faster. In Brazil, it took an Uber driver for this to happen. It took Uber for this to happen. Okay? So the burden of proof is on the plaintiff. The person claiming defamation must prove 1, a false statement of fact. There is no statement here. 2, publish to a third party. 3, with the required level of fault, negligence, or actual malice. And 4, that it caused real harm. You said you are the leader of the organization. Proving damages is difficult. Courts often require proof of actual harm, such as lost contracts, lost employment, and measurable reputational damage. Yeah, you might be able to get a reputational damage, but you never had any good reputation to start with in the first place. When you provide a platform that promotes sex tourism, there's enough proof that your platform does. You got nothing, bro. You see, you can do this to unintelligent creators, high school graduates. Don't bring that shit on me, bro. We're not in the same space. Don't bring that shit on me. Everything I do and say is deliberate. It's thought through. I don't just sit here and just ramble. Everything is thought through. So yeah, bring that defamation case. That's all I want to talk about it. He wants to be the headmaster. You're about to see a lot of him on thumbnails. And I'm going to start scrutinizing his content. I hope he doesn't remove anything. Keep all your content up. Because I will get in there and start going after every video, every one of them to see what it's about. Because I'm interested. Obviously, you're triggered. Exactly. He's trying to, but that's why I said, he needs a lesson from O'Shea Duke Jackson because he's got the wrong person to do this shit with. I thrive in environments like this.